So last night, I actually had a dream that I was doing something work wise Mondays and Thursdays. Now, I'm usually off Mondays and Thursdays, so I thought that was weird. And then somebody hit me up and was like, now, mind you, for weeks now, so for weeks now, people are like, hey, do my hair, do my hair, do my hair, do my hair. Now, I like to do hair, which is why I went to cosmetology school, but I actually went to cosmetology school because I wanted makeup. Like, I wanted to learn about skin and like all this stuff with estheticians, which I didn't even learn the esthetician part the right way. Everything I know, even with hair, everything I know has been self taught, to be completely honest, because I went to Paul Mitchell in Modesto, California, and they did us dirty. Like, they literally worked us. We were like unpaid employees. So like I said, so I was having that dream, and then somebody hit me up and was like, hey, like, can you do my hair? So she had asked me if she could do my if I could do her hair. And then I was thinking, like, maybe I should really get my license, because a lot of people, like a lot of people, have been asking me to do their hair lately. And I was like, what do I gotta do to get my license? So I started Googling it. I started looking it up. And I was like, okay, well, I gotta get my proof of completion and all that stuff. How do I get my proof of completion? All that. So I went down the list of what I had to do. And so then I ended up calling Paul Mitchell Modesto and was like, hey, I need my proof of completion. And then she was like, oh, you didn't complete. It says you dropped out. I was like, no, I didn't. I was like, hold up. No, I didn't. I didn't drop out. I walked. I have pictures, videos, or whatever you need to give you proof that I walked. You would not have let me walk if I owed you guys any education. Like, that doesn't make sense. And she goes, yeah, because how can you drop out if you made 1,600 hours? You need 1,600 hours in order to graduate. So how did I drop out if I completed 1,600 hours? Right? She was like, yeah, that don't make no sense. So then she started looking further. She goes, none of this makes sense. Let me check, bring out your file, because we only usually keep physical files for 7 years. And I was like, if it don't make sense to me and it don't make sense to you, something ain't right. So then she pulls it out and she's like, oh, it says that you owe us 2 lessons or something like that. Something so dumb. And I was like, no, I don't. Because, like, again, you wouldn't have let me walk and graduate and do my last clock out and all that rally stuff if I owed you guys any education. Like, I don't owe you guys any education. I was like, to be honest, I did owe you guys some money because I had gotten pregnant at the time, and I was very high risk, and so I had owed you guys, like, for missing school because you guys charged by the day or whatever and whatnot. And she goes, yeah, I do see that you owe here and for that. And then I was like, okay, so that's probably what it is, but I don't owe you guys no education. Now, she was like, well, let me investigate, because this don't make sense to me. And if it don't make sense to her, something ain't right. So then I started Googling, like, can they do this? Can they do that? You know, woo, woo, woo. And as of 2019 in California, they cannot hold your certificate if you owe them money. They have to be able to give you your certificate regardless of what you owe them. So what I think they did was, let me take out these lessons and pretend like she didn't do them. Because if she calls asking and saying, well, as of California law, you guys have to do this, this, and this, and that, they could just say, well, you owe me these 2 lessons, which is not accurate. I don't owe them any education. So now I know why they doing me dirty. And she gonna call me back, and I hope she got the right answer. I really do hope she got the right answer, because I am not the one that you want to give wrong answers to. And I'm gonna have to deal with it if they do give me the wrong answer, so I can get my certificate of completion. Because I know for a fact that she knows for a fact that they did something dirty, and I don't owe them no education. So now I gotta go down a rabbit hole that I feel like the Lord's taking me into in order to get this certificate of completion, because it just don't make no sense. Like, I know that the Lord has been telling me to do this for a while, and I just been so disobedient to it because of how things have played out with the whole hair industry and me lately here in Texas. And so I'm like, now I gotta go down this rabbit hole. Now I gotta do it. And now I gotta deal with it. But yeah, they trying to do me dirty. Paul Mitchell in Modesto. They better give me my certificate of completion so I can just get on with my life in peace.